Season 10 is here, and with this new season means a brand new legend. SEER, aka Little Nas X, is Apex's newest legend, and many people want to learn how to play him. So here's a full pro guide on how to play SEER.
A bad omen cast a dark shadow over Obi's birth. But through love, he emerged as the champion of the outcasts. He is SEER.
Stand out or stand aside.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Yopes, and I'm bringing you another brand new pro guide. We're going to be going over the brand new legend, SEER, aka our little boy, Lil Nas X. You already know. As always, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe with notifications on. I also stream Apex daily, so make sure you follow my Twitch down below. SEER is an info legend, but can utilize his kit to play aggressive. He helps his team out by revealing and getting crucial information on his enemies. He can be unlocked through the game by the currency or getting those Apex coins. First up, let's break down his kit. His tactical, it's the focus of attention. His passive is the Heart Seeker, and his ultimate is the Exhibit. And SEER is also a recon legend and can scan beacons. First up, we're going to go over his tactical, the focus of attention. Summon micro drones to emit a delayed blast that goes through walls and revealing enemies. The cooldown is 30 seconds. This creates a cylinder area of effect in front of SEER, which after 1 second hits all enemies inside. The cylinder is 75 meters long. The effect deals 10 damage, reveals the enemies and their health bars, and interrupts actions such as revives, using health items, and even legend abilities. It lasts 8 seconds long. It also goes through walls and structures like big buildings, tunnels, etc. The ability will also reveal the Evo shield color of affected enemies, so you can suss out which teams in the area are the best to go after. What's more, all effective enemies receive 10 damage, so even if you decide not to ambush them, you'll still get something for your troubles. Here are some pro tips when using the tactical. It's great to pair it with the ult. You can throw the ult, get info, and insta-throw your tactical through the wall. Holding it down when it changes color, that means that the enemies are lined up and you will get a hit. We're going to be going over the ult later, so don't worry, I'll bring this up again. Alright, next up, let's talk about the passive, the Heart Seeker. There's been a bit of a debate on whether this is overpowered or not, but in my opinion, I don't think it is. It's just a good way to get information on your enemies. So the Heart Seeker, you can hear and visualize the heartbeats of enemies within 75 meters when aiming down the sights. You can also ADS with just your gloves or hands out. While aiming down the sights, it displays a blue circle around the crosshair, which spikes and turns orange to indicate which direction an enemy is. The entire reticule turns orange when aiming directly at an enemy's location. This also works if SEER is holding no weapon. The sound of an enemy's heartbeat gets faster the lower their health is. You can scan your surroundings by ADSing and spinning around to see if the coast is clear or to find enemies to hunt down. The visual effects also go away as soon as you start shooting and mowing down some enemies. You can also toggle the effects on or off if you'd like to, but I prefer to just start shooting because clicking my keybind to toggle it on and off is pretty tedious, and you're just not going to catch me doing that. Alright, next up, let's talk about his ultimate, the Exhibit. The Exhibit is a little orb that you throw. It creates a sphere of micro drones that reveal the location of enemies moving quickly or firing their weapons within. The charge time is 1.5 minutes. It lasts 30 seconds, has 135 HP, and can be destroyed. Does not detect enemies that are moving slowly, i.e. crouch walking or in the air. The number of enemies detected are shown on the player's HUD. Some pro tips with this is try and place this in an area where enemies will not notice it, making it less likely to be destroyed. And once again, throw the ult and then pair it with your tactical, because as soon as you throw your ult and you can reveal the enemy's locations, you don't have to take the time to line up your tactical. You can just aim where the enemies got revealed and pop your tactical right away. SEER is also a recon legend like I talked about, which allows you to scan the recon beacons. Use this to get better map positioning and to find out where the next zone is to see whether or not you could keep looting the area that you're in, or if you want to head on to the next zone further ahead. Next up, we're going to talk about the overall playstyle / my personal opinion on SEER. SEER's playstyle can definitely be used to be an aggressive legend. Once you can figure out where the enemies are, you can start gunning them down, especially once you hit them with the tactical. The ult allows you and your teammates to see where they're at, which means you can ult gang up on one person if you see that they're out of position and not with their team. SEER can also be great when navigating through a tricky part of the map to make sure that enemies aren't there or camping. You might not know exactly where they are with the heartbeat, but it's enough to keep your eyes out and your ears peeled to see. As SEER, keep on the lookout for weakened or down players, or teams of only 1 or 2. His head hitbox appears to be slightly larger than other legends, and he doesn't have any cool escape abilities, so time your attacks well. It's worth noting that his entire hat isn't a hitbox, but the area around it where it meets his head is ever so slightly bigger. In my opinion, SEER is very fun to play and definitely a great legend that's been added to Apex Legends. Ranking SEER in the meta. I think SEER is definitely a top 3 pick right now and will probably be used in competitive play just because of the crucial information that you get with them. Plus the little 10 damage is crucial, and the fact that it can stop revives is tactical or stop a player from healing. For example, if you see them healing with a bat, you'll stop them from popping off the bat and it'll do 10 damage, which means you could probably just cook them instantly and they're going to have to restart the bat all over again. This is the same thing with the revive. It'll be crucial in endgames if you can stop revives and people healing. I mean, I just can't wait to see the outplay potential with SEER. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. I definitely think SEER is going to be a top 3 pick in competitive play, and he's looking very good. Legends that SEER works well with. I think SEER is going to be a legend that's going to be able to work with pretty much every single legend in the game, but the ones that you could probably maximize his abilities with is definitely, I'm thinking even Horizon's ult with the black hole. You could stun them and then pop the black hole, or pop the black hole and stun them once they're in the black hole. Definitely going to be great with Octane because you can pop the SEER ult, see where one guy is by himself, and then Octane can bounce pad onto them, or you guys can just sprint over with Octane Stim, giving you a leg up on the enemies. And then obviously the classic Gibraltar, you know, the classic comp will be good with SEER. But I think you can pretty much mix and match SEER with any legend. That's how versatile he is and how great he is. Overall, I think SEER is definitely going to be a legend to look out for, that the pros are going to be running and gunning with in competitive play. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. I think SEER is definitely going to be the new hot one to look out for. The pick rate is going to be through the roof. And he also looks like Lil Nas X. I mean, come on, guys. How can you not see that look? It literally looks like Lil Nas X. Isn't that funny? Last up, we're going to talk about the lore for those of you that are interested. Before his birth, it was foretold that SEER would bring pain and suffering to the world, and the night he was born, a meteor barreled across the sky and struck his world's moon. It was considered a bad omen, and when the pale blue eyes of Obi Edolasium opened, his community saw a cursed child. His parents did not. They loved him unconditionally because they saw the true creative soul of their son. They even supported him when he was drawn to the theatrically of the arenas where he could express himself fully. At first, the crowds felt unsure of him, but over time, with each victory, the power inside him grew, and with it, his strength in the arena. And as his reputation began to precede him, a strange thing happened. The people in the crowd who were downtrodden, outcast, and forgotten, they saw themselves in SEER. Soon, throngs of people would come out just to see him fight, cheering SEER on as their champion. Now this legend from the arenas is making his way to the Apex games, and there isn't a single soul who hasn't already heard his name. The boy born under a bad omen and a terrible myth has taken this tale and created an even greater legend. He is SEER, an icon of the shunned, the unaccepted, and the unabashedly original. Anyways, that's it for me. If you found this guide helpful, please leave a like, hit that subscribe button, make sure the notifications are on. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section, and peace out.